Hey, everybody. Hey, one of our members asked a question about an easy bookkeeping system. Here in the United States, it's that good old tax time, right? Hey, give me a thumbs up below if you've already filed your taxes. I'm about 3/4 of the way done. I still need to do it. So when you have this lovely experience, you get to the end of the year and you're starting to collect all your paperwork, and then you realize, oh my goodness, I have not done a very good job keeping track of my expenses and my income. If that's you, let me know in the comments. So for my Digital Business Academy members, you have this awesome spreadsheet that's in the hub, and I'm just going to walk you through it. So I am going to share my screen here. And let me hop over to the spreadsheet. Now, let me just check over here to make sure that you're seeing the right thing here. And I realized before when I'm showcasing some of these beautiful spreadsheets, maybe it's kind of hard to see. So I'm going to blow this up just a little bit. Anyway, this spreadsheet has 4 tabs. If you're not on inside the Digital Business Academy, there's a start here. I also sell this on Etsy, and I just give you directions. And there is a little video here that you can come back and watch how to use this spreadsheet. But let me hop over to there's 4 tabs, and the very farthest right tab, it's called Monthly Business Budget. This is a good place to start, especially if you're new in the business, or maybe at the end of the tax time, you think, oh my goodness, how did I spend so much money on expenses? This is a good sheet just to walk through what your monthly expenses are, just to kind of give you a ballpark. And sometimes you can save money if you go ahead, if you have the funds and pay for a year in advance. A lot of times you can save up to 20%. Okay. So my favorite all-in-one marketing platform, go HighLevel. I have an agency level, so it's $297. If you're just starting out, you might be spending $99 a month for a marketing platform. You might be spending, I don't know, $30 for a calendar program, and the list goes on and on. But anyway, you just come up with this. So this is strictly just to help you kind of plan your budget. And whenever I do a tech stack audit with people, one of the things I like to do is to go through and find all of the money that you're spending in your business. And guess what? A lot of times you're paying duplicates for things, or we could streamline it. And so that's just a little side point there. All right. Then the next tab over is called the transaction tab. And that's where you're going to do all of your work. And I just want you to think about this, that it's kind of like the old-fashioned checkbook register. Okay. You come in one sheet, you put both your income and your expenses. You can backfill it. So what I mean by that is you can, you're looking at your paperwork and you realize, oh, I haven't done anything for this year. That's okay. You could just sit here and start entering everything for January. Okay. So I'm just going to start making up some stuff here. And let me talk about this. And I don't even know how much I pay for Canva. And I'm just going to say January. I don't even have to add that much detail, but anyway, so you just sit there and add, and the only columns you need to do is the date, transaction type, the category, and the amount. The description and the notes are just extra. I'll talk about why I like to use those in just a minute. But how do we get started? Because you'll notice that there's little drop down arrows here. If I slide over, there's categories here, and I need to update this because some people want like 15 categories. What I want you to think about are the buckets that you put money into, and you just put those here. So you just change this to whatever makes sense for you. Okay. So software and tools, that would include your calendaring program, your Canva. If you're spending money for Loom, spending money for Zoom, all of that kind of stuff, it would all go into that bucket of software and tools. So you come up with your expense list, and then you also come up with, I like to have buckets of where my income comes from. Now, again, if you're first starting out, you might just have one or two buckets. Maybe you're a coach and that's all you're doing. That's fine. You just write coaching. Then as time goes on, you might realize, oh, you know what? I've got a couple of mini courses I could sell. So you'll add that. You might sell something on Etsy. You might do some affiliate marketing where you get money for that. So again, those are the buckets. So when you're setting up the spreadsheet, all you need to do, come over here on that transaction log at the bottom, put in your income buckets and your expenses. Now, let me just mention one little thing. This is not your salary. So if you're currently working full-time, part-time, you get money from your grandma every month, whatever it is, we're not talking about that kind of income. We are talking about the income that you're making off of your business. All right. So give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Hey, Kathy, glad you caught me live. This is kind of a spur of the moment here. So anyway, we set up our major buckets for expenses and income, and then we just come over here and we start adding the information. So again, the date you can backfill. So you're realizing, and is the actual date that important? Not really, unless you're monitoring. So maybe every month you have a pretty big payment that comes out and you want to make sure that, that the money is there for your planning purposes. You would want to put the exact date. And again, income and expenses, and a little trick, instead of clicking the drop down and then pointing to it, you can just type the word, which I'll show you in just a minute. So I'm going to put in another software tool, and this one will be Loom. I can't remember, honestly, how much I'm paying for all of these. And again, you don't have to put anything in the notes column if you don't want. All right. So I'm just, so let's pretend like I'm backfilling. I have not done this at all and here we are end of March. So I'm just going to write all of my expenses for January. So the little shortcut here, if I type the letter E, see how expenses pops up, and I can just press the tab key. That's all I have to do. This is also a software. So if I type the letter S, I get two items that have an S, and because software and tools is at the top, well, it was highlighted. I could have just pressed tab, or you can click it. Okay. So again, I'm just making up stuff, and let's pretend like my Zoom, I pay an annual, which I think I do. And again, I can't remember even how much some of these programs cost. I'll just make up stuff. So I'm going to put due maybe January 15th is when my payment comes. Okay. So now you can see why sometimes the notes make sense here. All right. Now let me just continue on, and let me make some income. And this is one of my memberships. So this is my DBA membership, and I'm just going to say Kathy. All right. And Kathy pays me $47. She's on the monthly plan. So I'll put that there. Let me add somebody else. Income, membership, and I have another membership. This is my DBA prep membership, and this is Betty, and my DBA prep membership is only $7. And sometimes I might do something like again, I might add more details. So maybe Betty, I just go ahead and add her email. Maybe this is the first month she signed up and I just want to have it. This spreadsheet is your diary basically for your entire year. And you just continue to add details here. Let me just do a coaching, and maybe Betty signed up for my VIP 30 days to done. And that was $1,500. Let me see. I'm just making up stuff. We'll do 4 coaching sessions in March. Whoops, not March, because we'll do it like this. Okay. So again, the notes and the description is for your own information. So now you can see how easy it is. This is like your checkbook register. Now let's come over to the tab that says profit and loss, and it has a little lock on it. And that little lock is like a reminder that we don't do anything on this sheet except look. Okay. So let me shrink this down just a little bit. I'm going to zoom out maybe to 75%. What I love about this is right now I've only got 2 little things that's showing up with color. But again, in your transaction log, if I started using all of my different income buckets and all of my expense buckets, I would start seeing more colors here. But anyway, it shows me a running either profit, either my profit or my loss. It shows me my expense breakdown, and it shows me where my income is coming from, membership or courses. Then the other thing is, what I love here is you also get at a month glance. So if we look down here in this column called January, I can see quickly that I made $242 off of my memberships, $1,600 off of my courses, and then my total expenses for January, 141 was my expenses. Okay, so let me add, I know you can't really see this, but let me add just a couple more expenses. Let's do some Facebook ads. I'm going to say Facebook ad, the DBA prep. Okay. And maybe I spent $199, ran for 7 days. Okay. Again, you can put as much or as little detail as you want in these different columns. And how about, I don't think I have anything on my website and hosting. I'm going to say domain and email renewal. And this is my Starr Consulting. I can type one. And again, I'm just making up numbers here. I don't remember how much all this stuff is. And I'm going to say annual renews January 15th. Okay. And then if I come back over here to the profit and loss, now you can see the colors are starting to break up a little bit because now I've spent some money on ads and software. Let me add another income, and let's do an Etsy bookkeeping template. And let's say I just went to town and I sold $200, and I'm just, I don't know, 5 new customers. Okay. And again, if I come back to profit and loss, so now you can see, again, at a glance, where my income is coming from and where the money is going out. And guess what? At the end of the tax year, it is going to be super, super easy for you to do your taxes because you've already got your buckets set up. And a little hint, you know, if you use an accountant or CPA, ask them, what's the name of these buckets that I should be putting the money into? And then under the notes or the description, you can give yourself more details. Because again, if you look at the report, and if I see that, man, I am spending a lot on software and tools, what am I spending that money on? You can come back over here to the transaction log and you can actually sort things just by software and tools. And then you can see all of the software that you're spending your money on. All right. So it is that easy to use inside of the group. Of course, I've got a spreadsheet and you can just click on the spreadsheet and snag this if you're inside of the Digital Business Academy. If you happen to be catching this on my YouTube channel, for instance, and you want to get your little fingers on this awesome, easy bookkeeping system, I'll put the link below and you can just purchase it from Etsy. Would love to have you in the group because I give that intimate, hands-on help to my members. And that's how this video got started because quite honestly, one of my members said, hey, how do I do such and such? Okay. And so I said, no problem. I've got the perfect spreadsheet for you. And this is how you use it. All right. So if you have questions about the spreadsheet, make sure that you let me know and I'll see you inside of Digital Business Academy. All right. Take care, everybody.